The city has opened up the opportunity for more downtown restaurant and cafes to apply for a patio license. This is a far cry from pre-pandemic times when there was really no movement on this front at all, despite many asking for it, calling for it, demanding it. As usual, we hear the usual belly aching from detractors of downtown patios. I love belly aching, it's such a great word. They're citing, of course, traffic congestion, loss of parking spaces being their mantra, pretty much. Does the good here outweigh any bad, real or perceived? There are some, like myself among them, who have said for years that George Street should be closed to all vehicular traffic in the summer months to create a pedestrian-friendly outdoor mall, similar to kind of what we see in Ottawa. Does that idea have any merit? Graham, a couple things to consider here.
First of all, it's all positive, and anybody that detracts away from the idea of these spaces being built downtown has never been downtown. And unless you've been downtown, shut up. That's my ultimate say. Shut up, because if you haven't experienced it, shut up. Because if you haven't experienced it, you really don't know how great this is. It's great on all facets. Really, the only place to go have an outdoor beverage was at Del Craig Park at the Lighthouse and at Riley's on the rooftop when it was able to be open.
In the Holiday Inn.
In the Holiday Inn in the back, too.
There, yeah.
And so this allows more opportunity for these businesses to compete with other businesses for the dollar and tourism dollars downtown. There is nothing but good things here. There's tons of places to park. Let's just be completely fair about this. There's lots of places to park. You're just too lazy to walk to it.
Right on, brother.
If it's not outside your front door, that's ultimately what it boils down to.
No, you're right, and I've said that for years, exactly that people want to park at the front door.
Correct.
And it's nice if you get a spot there. But
trust me, I get a little upset when I have to go to work at Peterborough Square and I've got to drive around the corner a few times because I can't find a spot right outside the door. And I got to walk from the parking garage. Oh my goodness. I watched this build and grow over the last couple of years, and I like the ambiance. I like the ability to be able to move things outside and enjoy the patio spaces. As for a pedestrian mall in George, I don't think George Street is the place I would want that to be. You're looking at a lot more traffic congestion.
There'd be issues.
But I think there is the ability to maybe Hunter is the way to go, because I know they usually put Hunter down to one way. Again, let's be clear. Hunter is the only one that's been changed into a one-way street. Everything else is still a two-way. So again, let's be educated before we comment, people.
Tiffany, I wrote in a column many, many years ago at Peterborough this week, and I still think the idea has merit, but you can tell me if I'm crazy, all right? You take Water Street, for example, and, in the summer you close George. Yeah. Water Street becomes a two-way street, but you'd have to have traffic lights set up such a way that they would turn around and be adjustable. And there you are. You have your two-way thoroughfare for a couple months. The street's closed on George. People can walk around, and, there's a whole different ambience, right, downtown when people are out walking or at cafes.
100%, right? It brings us together. It drives community. It's a good message. It's good for business. I love the idea of Hunter Street, absolutely. But of course, then the restaurants on Charlotte are going to be upset about it. And then, we're not going to be able to please them all. But the concept of this is magic. Yeah. Like, it would bring more people downtown. And it's really funny that you brought up the parking, because that was like the biggest point. And I actually underlined the word lazy and put a little arrow to the word parking, because that is exactly what it is. And don't talk to me about parking. People try to talk to me about parking. I have zero sympathy. It is $2 an hour. And the King Street lot is never full. The lot at Euphoria on King and Water is also never full. Use your legs.
And ultimately it comes down to this. Remember, that $2 you're paying is more money that goes back in the city coffers 100%. To pay for snow clearing and all those road those road fixing ups that we have.
It'd be magical. It'd be like a Hallmark movie downtown,